I'm going to use some audience participation. So, how many of you own cell phones? How many of you would consider yourself addicted to your cell phone? Okay. Well, I'm here to tell you that American overdependence on cell phones is harmful. To begin, Americans are constantly distracted by cell phones in their daily life. First off, according to PEW Research Group, 82% of American adults own a smartphone or cell phone. 65% of those say that they have or do sleep with them directly next to them or near them at night, which leads to my next fact that cell phones are the #1 reason for sleep loss in teens. You know, Facebook at night, Twitter at night, texting your boyfriend or girlfriend, all that good stuff. And according to the Online Masters Research Group, the average person glances at their phone 150 times a day, which is once every 6.5 minutes. Secondly, Americans' use of cell phones puts them in physical danger. How many of you have used a cell phone while driving? Be honest. According to the National Safety Council, approximately 1.2 million crashes are the result of cell phone use. And 37% of American drivers have reported or admitted to texting while driving, even with that devastating statistic. And according to Nationwide.com, at any given moment, 10% of drivers aged 16 to 24 are on their cell phones while driving. Lastly, according to MarketingCharts.com, 57% of teens say that their cell phone is the key to their social life, which means that without a cell phone, they're unable to communicate effectively and branch out and get to know people. Which leads me to my next fact, that 80% of teens say that they feel empty and strange when out and about without a cell phone. So next time you feel the urge to check your phone or just send a message out of boredom, think, do you own your phone or does your phone own you?
All right, Tommy, you're kind of all over the place on some of the scores here. I'm looking at stuff, and I'm going, you've got a very clear identification of your proposition. You have no preview of what the structure is going to be. However, you do signpost the structure as you're going through it. The second point, you have a lot of evidence on. The first and the third points, the evidence that you have doesn't lead to any conclusion other than what you started with, which is that people like their cell phones. So there's not really any harm shown on those first and third points, and I don't know that it gets you anything. The one point that does make some inferences about a harm or a risk is the second point concerning accidents. On the first point, you made this assertion about sleeplessness, for instance, but I didn't hear any source on that. I didn't hear any documentation following it up. You have a lot of statistics, but the statistics are just descriptive, and you don't really make any inferences from those statistics, like I said, on the first and the third points. I think you need to develop some proof on those points in order to make the inferences meaningful. Your presentation, I thought, was pretty solid. You do a good job talking to the audience, and you go through the material pretty quickly, but you use about a third of the time that's available for you. So, like I said, there are a lot of things that you're doing well, and a lot of things that seem like, well, why didn't you do that? You've got plenty of time to do it and fill in. And so, as a consequence, you've got the right idea on a couple of points, but some other things you just need better data on. All right. Thank you.